All right, so I got the next part to install on the car. It arrived yesterday and I haven't had a chance to put it in yet. So this is the old tie rod end right here, the inner tie rod end. You can see the end broke off. And I'm not too worried about scratching up the hood because the hoods have to be replaced anyway. But here's the part that broke off of the end, so it goes up there. So here's the new one right here. So there's a new one. Can lay them together side by side. You can see that they look the same. This one was made by Motorcraft, and it came with the bellow. It also came with a clamp to put on the end there, and also the smaller clamp that goes on the other end right over here. So the thing it didn't come with, though, which is kind of odd, was it's called the jam nut, and that's right there. So this goes on here, screws onto the end there, but for some reason it didn't come with one, so I had to pull the one off of this old broken stud and use that instead. So here's the part that came in. Here's the bag. So here's I'll be putting that in very soon, and I'll make another video to show that, and I'll connect it back up to the outer tie rod end. So, but that should be the last part I need for this particular part, just to get the car so I can drive it around. And once I do that, I should be able to move it under its own power, because before the wheel was stuck and I wasn't able to do anything. Now, in the meantime, I got another one. So this one arrived about 5 days ago. I got this from a salvage yard. This is also a Bullitt Mustang. Let's see. You can see the engine and everything. It was obviously the only damage on this appears to be the front end. So everything from the windshield back appears to be in relatively good shape. So the front end is pushed in a little. It's going to need to be repaired. The front bumper is mangled up. The engine part. This is Bullitt number 0855. And let's see the side of the car. It doesn't have the original wheels. It came with different wheels on there, and it looks relatively good. There's no, unlike the other ones, windshield's still in great shape. The body is in really good shape. So I don't see any major problems aside from the front end damage on there. Everything else looks pretty good. These wheels are definitely not the original wheels. You can see, if you look carefully, you can see that the tire comes out extending beyond the fender. That's not a good thing. You should never do that on a car. It's fenders should always, the tires, you should always have something that covers the tire up a little. But if I fix this car up, I'll probably be putting the original wheels back on, primarily because I only have 2 of them. You can see these 2 are actually in pretty good shape. However, you can see the back of it over here. There's the Bullitt. They don't have the stock taillights. If you look at the wheels on this side, here's the wheel right here. This one's kind of scratched up, so it's probably not going to be able to be used. And then the other one is just completely missing, so it doesn't even have one on the front. You can see the door has a couple of scratch marks on there, but that's not too bad. It really looks like the door is in pretty good condition. There's no amateur bodywork like on the other car. The windows are all intact. So overall, this is a pretty decent car. I'll show you the interior. It's got window tint on it, so it's got super dark windows. It came from Arizona, so I guess they want to keep the car nice and cool down there. So here's the interior of the car. No airbags. No, this one is not in good shape, so this airbag probably has to be replaced, but I don't see any blown airbags on the passenger side. And the airbags on the seats look like they're both intact as well. In the back, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a bumper cover that goes in the front, so I'm going to pull that out later. But what's nice about this car is that, let me start up, give me a second here. Put the key in. So here we go. Just go ahead and starts up. It's nice. Sounds like a good engine. There's a tachometer. got a tank. The only problem is right now is that it's got a leak. The radiator is probably damaged or the hose or something in the front, so I can't put any water in it or they'll just come right out. So I can only let it run for like a minute, you know, because it's going to start overheating. It sounds really nice though. Good engine. So overall, this is a pretty nice car, you know, except for the damage, of course. So the whole front end, the right front fender is going to need to be replaced. The hood is a fiberglass hood. This is not the original hood. So I forgot to say that earlier. But it's still in pretty good shape. I didn't see any major problems with the hood. The original stock hood doesn't have these louvers in them. And it definitely doesn't have a hood scoop like this in the front. The left front fender, that looks like it might be okay. I don't see anything at a glance. So the majority of the damage is basically on the left front. And it drives pretty good. Brakes are pretty good on this. So, anyway, go back over here. The interior is not perfect. It's not bad, but it's not perfect either. So, right. I'm going to turn this off. Let's see. Rev it up a little bit. It sounds pretty good. All the gauges appear to be working. Here we go. So, anyway, so that's this. This is the second car I've gotten as a salvage car. And just so you know, there's another car right there. It's a little silver Mustang. So if you want me to make a video about that one, that's kind of a unique car. So they're only one of 400 of them ever made. So if you want me to make a video of that, I could do that. My other Bullitt, it's way off in the distance. There it is. It's parked right over there. So anyway, so that's it. I have two salvage cars at this point. This Bullitt right here, which is in relatively good condition from the back, and this one, which needs a lot more work. All right, thanks.